Hi, today's lesson is on The New Kid in Town by Baby Ariel. It's a repeated pattern through most of the song where you're just picking out the notes of the chord. Some of the chord shapes might be unfamiliar to you, but I'll go through them all now. There's not too much to it. There's a verse sequence, there's a chorus which is very similar to the verse, and then there's a middle eight which is a little bit different. I'll just run through the verse first of all. It starts off, when she starts singing, there's no guitar on the first part, and then you can hear the guitar join in with this pattern. You have to hold down a chord shape which looks like this: 3rd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and 1st fret on the 1st string. You could either use these 3 fingers or those 3 like that. And then with the right hand you're just playing 3, 2, 1 and letting them ring like this. And then do a very similar thing for the next shape. You still keep the 1 on the 1st string, but we play 2 on the 2nd and 3rd strings rather than 3. So I'd probably use these 2 fingers like this. It looks a bit like an A minor chord, but it's on different strings. Same thing with this hand, 3, 2, 1. And then the next one is still 1st fret on the 1st string, so you leave that finger there. We put 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then the 3rd string is open, so we play the same 3 strings again. So I'll just put those 3 together, it sounds like this. Then the last one in this sequence is a 3 on the 4th string with this 1st finger, 5 on the 3rd string with the 3rd finger, or you could use your little finger if it's easier, and then a 4 on the 2nd string. So we've moved on to the next 3 strings from where we were, and now we play the 4th, the 3rd and the 2nd. So I'll put all 4 together. And then this sounds like it's going to repeat in the verse, but it doesn't quite, it nearly does. We start again on the first shape, then the second one, just like before. This is where it changes. We've now got 1st fret on the first 3 strings. You can either flatten 1 finger down like this, or you could use 3 fingers and squash them all in. I'd probably use 1 finger. Same strings. And then the next part, you play the 3rd string open, then the 2nd string open, and then 4th fret on the 2nd string, you play that note and you slide back to a 3, so you hear the 2 notes but you only pick the first one like this. So I'll put that with the open strings. So now I'll play the 2nd line all together. And then the 3rd line for the verse is this shape, which is 5 on the 3rd string, 4 on the 2nd string, 3 on the 1st string. And then a shape that we've already used, but we're at a different position on the neck, the one that looked like an A minor. So we've still got the 3 on the 1st string, and then 2 4s here, same strings. And then a shape that you might recognise, it looks like a D chord. Imagine a D chord, it's just moved along 1 fret like that. So it's 3, 4, 3. Same 3 strings. And then possibly the hardest part of the song, which is this last one. It's based on an F chord, this one. So we hold down 3rd fret of the 4th string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1st fret of the 2nd string. Pick those 3 strings, so 4, 3, 2. we just add 2 notes on the end, which is a 4 on the second string and then a 1 on the first. That's all part of the same phrase for this. So now I'll play the third line of the verse all together. Okay, so the whole verse sequence now, you've got 4 lines to the verse, but on the first one the guitar's not playing. So I'll play the next 3 lines. That's the whole verse, and when the verse comes in again later in the song, it's repeated. It's exactly the same. Now the chorus is a bit easier. The chorus is the first line that we played for the verse, just played twice. So I'll just do that for you now. So there's nothing new in this. So that's the chorus, which obviously happens quite a lot in the song. And the only other section is a middle 8. Now the middle 8 starts without any guitar. So the first part you don't hear any guitar, but when you hear the guitar join in again, what we're playing is this. Starting off with the shape that we've already used, the shape that we used at the beginning of the verse and the chorus, which is this one. 3, 2, 1 again. So that's the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, 1st fret on the 1st string. And then to a shape we've also used before, which was 5, 4, 3 on the first 3 strings. Pick those 3 notes and then take the 3rd finger away and slide those 2 along 2, so you end up with 5 and 6, and just pick those together like this, just strum them. So that was. And then we go back to this one, pick those 3 without moving this time. And then the last part looks like a D chord, but further up it's at 5 and 6. So we've got 5, 6, 5. Play those 3. And then add the little finger onto the 6 on the 1st string, pick that note, and then take your little finger away and pick the note again, so you get the 6, 5. That's the whole middle 8, so I'll just play the middle 8 section. Obviously there's the first part with no guitar, and then this part. And then after that, I think it goes back into the chorus. That's all of the guitar parts for the song. So it's not the easiest song to play because because you're picking out individual strings, you've got to really get your chord shapes perfect with the left hand. So there can't be any fingers touching strings. They shouldn't be, because you'll notice it when you're picking individual strings. But if you can get the hang of the shapes with the left hand, then it's not too hard. It's a nice guitar part. And it's very sort of prominent in the song. You can really hear when it comes in. Okay, any questions about that, just please put them in the comments below, and if there's any songs that you'd like to see lessons on, then please put those in the comments as well, and please subscribe if you like this one. Okay, thanks.